what I'm going to be talking about in this short video is something nobody else is pointing to. And I think it's crazy that this has been kept secret for so long. But the funny thing is, it's hidden in plain sight. You see, Dr. Joe Dispenza has already made this discovery. In fact, he's written multiple books that unlock the secret to control reality with your mind, and yet people still struggle. Why? Because they're unable to see what I'm going to clearly point out in today's video. So make sure you watch the entire video so you can learn how to control reality with your mind. All right, beautiful people, let's get right to work. Now, I am going to be talking really fast throughout this video, so I encourage you to take notes and to watch this over and over again so it's really ingrained in your mind so that you really harness the most important skill to control reality with your mind. So if you're not familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, I encourage you to study all of his books. I remember first discovering him about 6-7 years ago whenever I was studying to become a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I was studying at HMI, which, if you don't know, this is where Joe Dispenza started his education. So this certification, the school is really proud to have Joe Dispenza as a part of their alumni. So I was studying there and like, hey, I don't know if you've heard of Joe Dispenza yet. And I looked at his stuff and was like, whoa, this guy's awesome. So it's where he studied before he went to, probably before he got his PhD and before he became a doctor. I don't know exactly where on the timeline, but he went to HMI and I went there as well. And it's really where you learn the power of your subconscious mind. Okay, so what's hidden in plain sight is something that is really important for you to pay very close attention to. So I'm going to slow down my breathing and slow down my tempo for just a moment. Now, Joe Dispenza, again, go study his work if you haven't already. But if you have studied his work, you know he talks about raising your vibratory field so you can align with the end result of your wish fulfilled. Right? He talks about aligning your frequency with the end state. But one thing that I think is missing is emphasizing this ability to focus your mind on that vibratory state, right? Focus your mind in such a fearless, courageous way that you can disregard everything else that appears in your reality that tries to veer you off course. It tries to distract you. So a huge problem people run into when they're trying to control reality with their mind and they're doing Joe Dispenza's work and they're raising their vibration. They get out of meditation, they open their eyes and they start to realize that, wait a second, life hasn't changed yet. And so doubt begins to creep in, or something else begins to give them a reason to doubt themselves, right? And they're unable to focus on the end state. And now all of a sudden they start paying attention to these doubts, and you pay attention to doubts long enough and your vibration goes back to a lower state and you're unable to control reality. So what I really want to emphasize in this video is to harness the skill, the muscle. Just like I was born with tiny muscles and I did a lot of training to make them big, the same, you can do this the exact same way, right? Perhaps you're not born with the ability to control reality with your mind, but you can train it and just get better and better and better. And you do it by training your ability to focus and disregard everything that is not in coherence with what you want or with what you are trying to create with your mind's eye. So let me give you an exercise so that you can practice this in your everyday life. This is going to radically transform your life. It's seriously such a powerful exercise. And when you do this on top of already understanding Joe Dispenza's philosophy, you will be able to control your life and control your reality with your mind, because it's going to help you focus. And we know whatever you focus on, you create more of. And the problem, again, arises when we're unable to stay focused on something. And when we're unable to stay focused on something, we're going to be creating a bunch of different things that we don't really want. So we have to learn how to focus on what we want and disregard everything else. And so the exercise, this is what I want you to do. Every single day, you set a timer for 5 minutes minimum, 20 minutes. If you want to go a little bit longer, you can go a little bit longer. And yes, the longer you do it, the faster you will get results, okay? This is what you do. You go outside for a walk. No headphones, no phone, just you and outside. And you go on a walk and you find something, a tree, a sign, about 100 yards in front of you, and you just focus all of your attention, all of your energy on that one spot. If your eyes begin to wander, you bring it right back. And once you get to that spot, you find another spot a few hundred yards, and you hold all of your attention. You do that for 5 to 10 minutes, which means you ignore everything aside from that one spot on your walk. So when people walk by, you're going to be tempted to acknowledge them, but I want you to focus on that one spot. So it's not going to make you the most polite or friendly individual. When a noisy car drives by and you want to see, well, I want to know what kind of car that is. You ignore that and you focus your attention on that one spot. You do that every single day. And then it's going to be a perfect parallel to real life. Whenever you do Joe Dispenza's meditation, you align your vibratory field to the wish fulfilled, and you open your eyes, and then life tries to give you reasons to doubt yourself. People start walking by, cars start walking by, right? To use that analogy, you ignore it and you focus all of your attention on that one spot. So the moral of the story today is the way you control reality with your mind. You raise your vibratory field like Joe Dispenza would encourage you to do. Check out his meditations. They're amazing. Read all of his books. They're absolutely amazing. But once you occupy the state of your wish fulfilled, you ignore everything else and you just focus on that one thing. If your mind wanders, you bring it right back. It's hidden in plain sight. Learn how to focus your mind. And when you learn how to focus your mind, you all of a sudden can control reality with your mind, because what you experience is what you focus on. Everything outside of your experience, it's outside of your experience, so it's not even a part of your world. This is going to start to get a bit subtle now, but you can only experience what you focus on. So if we want to experience an awesome life, focus on something particular and specific. That starts to get a bit subtle there. But I trust whatever is meant to land will land. Moral of today's video: read and study Joe Dispenza's work. Buy one of his meditations online. It's worth however much he charges nowadays. I have a free meditation that you can access down below. I'll make sure to put it in the show notes. It is amazing. And again, I studied where Joe Dispenza put his training wheels on, right? Really early on in his career. He was probably studying there maybe 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. And I was there 6 years ago, right? Anyways, free meditation down below. To wrap this up, focus your mind, go for a walk, do the focus walk. I love you all. If there's anything else that I can do to serve you, please know that I am here for you. I'll add email down below. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because we're dropping some gold over the next few weeks. I love you all. Peace, blessings. Bye.